Someone asked, Radical Liberty says, Sup, Kirk, do you have a most disliked Democratic candidate? It's a toss-up between Bernie Sanders and Elizabeth Warren. I go back and forth on that, who I dislike more. Because Elizabeth Warren, she claims to be a capitalist. But she's clearly not a capitalist. She is, I'd argue that she's more of a fascist. She believes in some private property, but largely she believes in government controls and government wealth redistribution by whim, essentially. Bernie Sanders, he's ripening America for socialism. He's making the concept cool, and he's making it sound nice, which I take issue with. But, I mean, their differences are pretty superficial and irrelevant. I mean, they both want Medicare for all. I know, as Euron Brook pointed out, Elizabeth Warren, it would probably be more effective if she were in office, because she's more detailed and whatnot. Because she's not an avowed socialist, she might be able to cut deals with Republicans, especially considering that a lot of the right wing, a lot of these Trump Republicans, you look at Tucker Carlson, I know he's not in Congress. But he straight up endorsed Elizabeth Warren's economic policy. She calls it economic patriotism. I mean, what more do you need to know there? But yeah, I'm sure a lot of the Republicans in Congress, I mean, when Elizabeth Warren was talking about, breaking up these big tech monopolies, woo! When she was talking about tech monopolies, someone like Ted Cruz, who is apparently Mr. Capitalism, Mr. Constitution, Mr. Individual Liberty, he came out and said, hey, I agree with Elizabeth Warren. We need to break these companies up. Isn't that nice of Ted Cruz? I know Josh Hawley from Missouri, he's really big on the breaking up the big tech monopolies and regulating big tech. So yeah, Elizabeth Warren becomes president. She says, you know what? We need to break up these big tech monopolies, and we need to we need to regulate. We need to take control over these big tech companies because they're too powerful and whatnot. Hate it when I have to waste an item like that. Josh Hawley will say, hey, yeah, I agree, this sounds good, and he'll get it through the Senate. He'll have Democrats and Republicans coming together in the name of bipartisanship to work on nationalizing social media. And then it'll pass the Senate, and we'll get to Elizabeth Warren's desk, and then we'll get social media regulation. Won't that be nice and great? I mean, I don't really think much about so Radical Liberty says Warren is also more dangerous because she could actually beat Trump, unlike Sanders. Honestly, the economy is a hot potato. And at any point, it could just blow up. We could hit a recession, and if it, I think if there's a recession heading into the election, which happened in 2008, by the way. It's easy to forget that McCain and Obama, that race was pretty close. And it was kind of a toss-up. And then the financial crisis happened. The economy tanked. And then the Democrats just mopped up. And I think if that were to happen, heading into the election, then whoever the Democratic nominee is, whether it's Bernie Sanders, Elizabeth Warren, or whoever, I think they will do really well against Trump. But yeah, I think a case could be made that Elizabeth Warren, especially in the short term, is more dangerous because she's more of an intellectual. I mean, she taught finance and economics, maybe just finance classes. At one of the Ivy League schools. I think it was Harvard. And I think she headed the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. So I think she probably knows better how to deal with bureaucracies to get her way, whereas Sanders probably doesn't.